the best team in this league. And we're going to show it today by ground and pound and beating them into submission. They say, help me up. I say, hell no. Put your foot on their throat and don't take it off, even if they turn purple. Today is our day. Today is our day of reign of terror on this league. This is a dream that you've been waiting for.
A look at the beautiful Las Vegas Strip, site of LFL football night. And it is a packed house here in Las Vegas. The Chicago Bliss versus the Vegas Sin. Kickoff is next. We are back to the Vegas Strip here at the Thomas & Mack Center. Mitch Mortaza, Bobby Huco, LFL football night, and we go down to the field with Amanda Worley.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Danica Brace. Danica, this may be your last time playing with the Las Vegas Sin. You've been through a lot with this team. What emotions are going through your head right now, minutes before kickoff?
I mean, this is like any other game for me. I play with all-out heart, emotion, and love for my team, and honestly, love for this game. So regardless of what this game is to me, it's for my team and for America today.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Mitch, there's nobody in the league that plays with more emotion than Danica Brace. She reminds me of Urlacher for the Chicago Bears. She is in on almost every play. Can't wait to see her watch her play tonight against the #1 team in the league.
She is the heart and soul of this Vegas Sin team, and now Marquis Henderson gets us underway. That goes out of bounds, and Chicago will take over at the 15-yard line. And we'll get our first look at the league's leading rusher, the Ferrari, Christelle Harris, and of course the rock star, Heather Furr, number 15, wearing number 17 tonight, Bobby.
I talked to Coach Hack before the game. He literally said they are going to destroy Las Vegas tonight. Heather Furr right there, not a great year passing, 7 out of 13, 3 TDs, only 1 interception. Solid but not great year for Heather Furr so far.
That is a lot of confidence from Keith Hack, talking about destroying this Las Vegas Sin team. And that's the first play from scrimmage, Christelle Ferrari Harris, as we meet the offensive starters for Chicago.
Kelly Jiskra, center. Nekawani, tight end.
Dina Fagiano, tight end.
Des Price, wide receiver. Ali Alberts, wide receiver. Ferrari Harris, the running back.
Heather Furr, the quarterback.
As always, it's going to come down to, can Las Vegas stop the Ferrari, Christelle Harris?
And there is the Ferrari. That run for about 11 yards. That will move the sticks for this Chicago offense.
To stop Chicago, you have to stop the Ferrari. Nobody in the history of her career has been able to stop her. Danica Brace will focus on her all night long. Coach Tui is going to try to contain her. You can't stop her totally, but you can contain her, hopefully tonight.
That is the running back, the featured back in the league without a doubt. Not a threat just running the ball, but a great pass receiving running back out of the backfield. And now Furr with a little shovel pass to Christelle Harris. And Harris motoring her way down to about the 7-yard line. And that's what we had talked about, being a dual threat out of the backfield.
Right out, a shovel pass out of the backfield. Like you mentioned, watch the stiff arm right there. Great play by Harris. Great call by Coach Hack. Any way you can, get the ball in her hands. Easy completion for Heather Furr. The linebackers drop back, the safeties go back, and give her a little pitch underneath, and it gets 13 yards. Great call by Coach Hack.
And that will set up a 1st and goal. It did not take this Chicago offense long. They'll be set up 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. And Heather Furr getting Ali Alberts in motion. Now another handoff to the Ferrari. And Christelle Harris gets down to about the 5-yard line. Make that the 4. She'll gain about 4 yards on that carry. And now we're going to meet the Vegas Sin starters on defense.
Cynthia Schmidt, safety.
Kia Ramos, defensive end.
Lachelle Foreman, defensive end.
Danica Brace, middle linebacker. Elise Barkman, linebacker.
Kelly Campbell, corner.
Lauren Fogel, corner.
The key tonight is going to be linebacker Danica Brace. Can she stop the Ferrari? 2 Titans going head to head. This is going to be fun to watch, Mitch.
And now Furr from the shotgun. Little shovel pass to Ali Alberts. And Alberts getting in early. That was a 4-yard run and a great looking setup on the shovel pass.
Another great call by Coach Hack. Everybody thought Harris would be getting the ball. They fake it to her inside, around the outside, the option play. Heatherford loves running that. She got taken out by the defensive end, pitches it to Allie Alberts. Great play by Heather Furr, and Allie Alberts getting 6 points for Chicago.
Furr looking a bit like Tim Tebow running the option. There's certainly been some comparisons between Tebow and her, with a decent arm, not a great arm, but just gets the job done, and that'll be good enough as Furr gets across the goal line, and Chicago extends their lead 7-0.
As always, Chicago does the quarterback sneak for 1 point. Again, they get the point. Great play by Heather Furr, but I'm really anxious to see the 19-year-old phenom, Cindy Cummings. Everybody in the house, everybody in LFL is talking about. She's leading the league in passing right now. It's going to be interesting, her throwing against Heather Furr and Allie Alberts, two of the top safeties in the LFL.
That is the matchup Sydney Cummings talked about. We'll visit that a little later in the broadcast. She was eager to go up against one of the players she has watched in the LFL for a couple of years, Heather Rockstar Furr. And Cummings, as you can see, they're having a solid rookie season, not having yet to throw an interception, which has got to be huge for a rookie. Now Cummings on 1st and 10. Oh, finding Kia Ramos and the first-year tight end. Not a lot of publicity about number 4, but she's come up big.
Chicago comes with a blitz early on. She steps up in the pockets. Great protection by this end. Delivers a strike to Ramos under the safeties. Great start for Las Vegas.
And this packed house inside the Thomas and Mack enjoying the start of this one and watching their 19-year-old phenom going to work. Now a 1st and 10 at the Chicago 23. That's a fumble. That was a bad exchange from center, but it looks like Kia Ramos picked up the fumble.
Center Elise Barkman snapped it early, Mitch.
And Barkman, the replacement center. Let's meet the starters for Vegas on offense.
Elise Barkman, center.
Danica Brace, tight end.
Kia Ramos, tight end.
Ashley Brazil, wide receiver.
Cynthia Schmidt, wide receiver.
Marky Henderson, running back.
Cindy Cummings, quarterback.
The game tonight comes on the shoulders of Cummings. The gunslinger has to play big against Chicago.
Now a 2nd and 10 play. That is complete to Marky Henderson. And Henderson exploding past Dominique Collins and into the end zone. The rookie phenom goes for 6.
Out of the backfield, Marky Henderson making like Marshawn Lynch, plowing over Dominique Collins for 6 points. Great play by Las Vegas. Swing pass out of the backfield. She's boxed in right there. Heather Furr doesn't even try to tackle her. Runs over Dominique. 6 points for Vegas. What an opening drive for Cummings and Henderson.
And that is the way you make your debut as a rookie, exploding into the 2nd-year corner, Dominique Collins. And Vegas makes this a 1-point game, and they'll set up for the extra point conversion here from the about 1-yard line. And Sydney Cummings in the shotgun, observing that Chicago defense. And now we've got a delay of game on Las Vegas.
Offense, number 7, 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
Rookie mistake there by Cindy Cummings. You can't have that. A great drive. They scored the first time down the field. You got the momentum going against the league champions, and you don't watch the game clock. You can't have that. Definitely a rookie mistake, Mitch.
The play clocks in this place not very visible, as both quarterbacks were complaining about that in the pregame warm-ups. We see it come into play early in this one.
It's a quarterback's responsibility to find the play clock. It's her mistake. She's got to take responsibility.
Now the extra point attempt from the 6-yard line. Nothing doing. Dominique Collins coming up and making up for that missed tackle.
Trying to get in from 6 is so much harder than 1 yard, Mitch, and as usual, this tough Chicago defense swarms on Cummings.
And that was a 3-play, 35-yard drive by the Vegas Sin. And now we'll get a look again at that Chicago defense, and that is their defensive coordinator as well as head coach, Keith Hack.
Keith Hack, you got to love the way he coaches in this league. One of the best ever in this game. Somehow he always finds a win. Against Seattle, he tied. He should have won that game, but other than that, he's the champ, and he will settle for nothing less than a championship this year.
I think a lot of Seattle fans will disagree with that, as that game went into overtime, eventually a tie. Now Heather Furr, screen pass. That one to Christelle Ferrari-Harris. And Harris on her second attempt will pick up a Chicago first down.
The Ferrari-Harris is the league's leading rusher, 220 yards, 9 yards per carry. Incredible season again for Christelle Harris.
Those are off the chart numbers for any running back. And for Christelle Ferrari-Harris, number 13, very average, 9.6. That is an unheard of average.
Unbelievable. Heather Furr, great job checking down, getting her ball in that last play.
And now a 1st and 10 pitch out to Christelle Harris against the wall. Danica Brace throwing a punch, and the two squaring up, bitter rivals.
We're going to see that all night long, Mitch. Two all-fantasy players going head-to-head. That was a typical Chicago sweep, nothing fancy. Get the ball to Harris, and Brace goes head-to-head with her again. What athletes going head-to-head? This is LFL football at its best.
And as you mentioned, Danica Brace there, the number one assignment for her coming into this game was, in essence, to stop number 13 and expect her to spy 13 most of the night.
So far, doing an okay job. So Harris usually, this early in the game, breaks one for a long run. She hasn't done it yet.
A 2nd and 5, reverse that to Jessica Price. And Price goes for 9 yards. And Price trying to make up for the 2 key turnovers that a lot of people attributed to that tie to Seattle.
It's good to see Coach Hack has the confidence to give Price the ball. She had 2 key fumbles, as you mentioned, that were key in that tie to Seattle. They could have won without them. Early in the game, she gets the ball again. Good for her.
And that will bring us to the end of first quarter play. Vegas down 1. We are back to Las Vegas, Nevada for LFL football night. And as we return, Chicago holding on to a 7-6 lead. But it's been a frustrating season. We discussed that with Heather Furr.
After last game, I was definitely frustrated with my own performance as well as that of our entire team. I mean, we fumbled the ball way too much. I had a turnover, and that's very unlike us as the Chicago Bliss reigning champs. So coming out tonight against Vegas, you know, we just have to get our act together, stay focused, and go out there and win.
Mitch, it really looks like Chicago has a lot of complacency in them since they won the championship. They're winning games, but they don't look good. They're making a lot of mistakes.
Despite the mistakes, they are 1st and goal now at the 10. Bad snap through the legs of Heather Furr, and that's Christelle Harris recovering the fumble, but Chicago will lose 11 yards. Hallie Jisker, the center, snapping it through the legs of Heather Furr.
Their 1st and goal. Now they're back to the 21. Great heads-up play by Ferrari-Harris, but a bad snap by Hallie Jisker. Here we go again. Chicago has to make a big play to come back from one of their mistakes.
Jisker, the free agent center coming over from the Green Bay Chill. They were very excited about her, but she has not had a lot of work with Heather Furr. And we can see the exchange there. It looked like there was a cadence error there.
I can't believe now it's 2nd and goal from the 21. Furr's going to be forced to pass.
Now Heather Furr under center, fakes the handoff, scrambling to the right, and underthrows her receiver. That's Danica Brace, and Brace will pick it off for Las Vegas.
That bad snap forced Furr into a passing situation. Danica Brace pretty much knew it wasn't going to be a run. She played center field out there. A bad pass about Heather Furr underthrows the receiver, sprints outside, off balance, throws it way short, right into Brace's hands. Bad play by the Bliss. And a big chance for rookie quarterback to make some big plays to take the lead right here for Las Vegas.
And Chicago, after a 5-play, 3-minute drive, come up with 0 points. Exactly what this young Vegas team needs here. As Sydney Cummings walks up to the line, 1st and 10 from the 10. That's a handoff. That'll go to Kelly Campbell. Campbell not known as a featured running back, and now once again, the two are going at it. These two teams do not like each other. The Western Conference is bitter.
The refs are letting them fight like a hockey fight. They're not trying to break it up. What are they doing? Break it up, refs.
And that's Chantel Taylor going after Kia Ramos. Not sure who got the better half of it or what, if there will be a call here.
Surprisingly, no call by the referees. There should have been maybe ejections on both sides, but they let them play. I guess that's good. The crowd loves it. They're really into it right now. Let's see if Cindy Cummings can come up with something.
Prior to that altercation, that was Kelly Campbell, only managing a couple yards. Well, once again, not your featured running back. Vegas is missing that big, prominent presence. Markey Henderson, certainly a versatile running back, but not the power back that you see in the West. And there's Kia Ramos, definitely hearing it from Coach Tui Soanoa. Not at all happy with that altercation. Now a 2nd and 8 from about the 12-yard line. That again handoff to Kelly Campbell, not finding any running room. And that's Yashi Rice on the stop.
Yashi Rice, one of the best defensive ends in the LFL. It's tough to run right at her. I got to question these first 2 calls to Kelly Campbell.
You would expect Sydney Cummings to be throwing the ball here. We sat down and talked about the rivalry with Heather Furr.
I don't really ever get intimidated by veterans like Heather, Rockstar, Furr. I just really try to focus on myself and my game and making sure I'm there for my teammates.
You got to love the attitude of that rookie quarterback. I talked to her before the game. She was not scared of this championship Chicago team at all, Mitch.
Now Cummings in the shotgun, facing a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking down the field, now heavy pressure. That looks to be Chantel Taylor. Chantel Taylor and Kim Perez all over Sydney Cummings. And that'll force him into a 4th and long.
3rd and 9, Chicago definitely has the top pass rush in the LFL. You have to maximum protect. With that rush, with Chantel Taylor, Yashi Rice, and Perez, you have to have maximum protection for Cummings.
Now a 4th and 15 from the Vegas 5-yard line. This Vegas offense ill afford a turnover on downs to Chicago, as Chicago will have a very short field to work with. And now Sydney Cummings under center. That to Markey Henderson on the right side. Nothing doing. That's Dominique Collins coming up from the corner position. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Bet you really have to question the play selection by Las Vegas. 4th and 15. They have a quarterback with one of the best guns in the LFL. You got to take a shot down the field. They try a run, 4th and 15, against that solid front line of Chicago. Now Chicago gets the ball 1st and 10 going in from the 11. Got to question that selection of plays.
A 1st and 10 now for Heather Furr and company. Ball at the Vegas 11-yard line. Right side pitch to Ferrari Harris. Danica Brace spying her all night, coming up on the big stop.
Danica Brace, she plays every game like it's her last. She's just a gnarly defensive player. Watch her come up. You got to get a hat on her. That's Heather Furr supposed to block her. She backs up, and Brace has a free shot at Ferrari Harris. Blame that on the quarterback for not blocking.
A quarterback in Bobby Huco going after Heather Furr, another quarterback in Florida Gator colors nonetheless.
On a quarterback sweep, the quarterback is the lead blocker.
2nd and 8, left side pitch to Ferrari Harris. And that's Cynthia Schmidt coming in on the big hit.
If you're not going to block with Heather Furr, again, Brace comes up, nobody touches her. Watch this, Heather Furr backs off again. Brace comes up, boom, hits her again. You have to put a hat on Danica Brace.
That was Cynthia Schmidt. We've given Brace a lot of credit, but that was Schmidt coming up from the safety. Schmidt better known as the wide receiver, but defensively a big hitter.
The Chicago blocking scheme, you have to have somebody on Brace.
And we're going to have a timeout on the field. During this timeout, we've got Coach Keith Hack wired up.
You know what, the bottom part about that's fucking bullshit, because we outman them on the edge every fucking time, and fucking Brace is coming all the way across the field and making a fucking play. That's bullshit.
Mitch, just what we were talking about. Somebody has to hit Brace. I blamed Heather Furr because she was there. Somebody obviously is missing her assignment, because you don't leave the #1 tackler in the LFL open without being blocked.
And Brace coming in not exactly at 100%, despite that having a huge impact of the first half of this game.
Brace has been all over the field, and it's amazing because she's coming off of 3 ACL operations and playing like this, not showing any effects of it.
Now this Chicago offense facing a 3rd and 4 from the 5. Inside handoff, Dina Fagiano. An unexpected inside handoff to the tight end, Dina Fagiano.
This play has worked before for Chicago. Everybody thinks Harris is getting the ball. Fagiano on an inside handoff from the right tight end position. Nobody touches her. She's become a scoring machine for Chicago. Who would have called that? Dina Fagiano, wow.
And that will extend Chicago's lead 13-6. And now Chicago attempting the extra point. This has been something we've talked about. They've had a lot of success with, simply surging up the middle with Heather Furr.
Some teams sometimes going to stack the box with 7 players and make her check off and do something else.
And here it is again. Heather Furr just bursting up the middle. That'll be good for another Chicago conversion, and that'll extend their lead to 14-6.
Typical Chicago Bliss football. Pound it down the field, score inside with Fagiano, then the quarterback sneak, extra point. You know it's coming, but they do it. Now they're up 1 score. The rookie quarterback somehow has to answer right now, Mitch. You can't go down 2 touchdowns early to the champs.
And now a little over 2 minutes remain, and the young rookie quarterback will be tested. Las Vegas does have a timeout, and they'll take it over, but they're not going to get a playoff. That will bring us to the 2-minute warning. And when we come back, we'll get a chance to see if Las Vegas has any fight left in them. Back to Las Vegas for LFL football night. And we return with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And we're going to get to see number 7 go to work.
Mitch, I hate to say it. I know it's only the first half, but right now it's gut check time for the rookie quarterback. She needs to come out big right now to keep Vegas in the game.
A 1st and 10 at the Vegas 15. Cummings from the shotgun. Little dump off to Henderson on the right side, breaking tackles. And that will stop the clock. That looked to be about a 2-yard completion to Marquis Henderson.
Dominique Collins, I love the way she reacts from the secondary. I always say read, react, attack. She read the swing pass to Henderson, burst and made a great play, stopped her for only a 2-yard gain.
And now a 2nd and 8. Ball at the 17-yard line. That's a handoff to Kia Ramos, and Ramos muscling her way for 4 yards on that carry, and the clock will continue to run. Vegas does have a 1 timeout remaining.
You gotta love the way Dominique Collins again comes up from the secondary. 2 plays in a row. She came up there and stopped Ramos for 4 yards. That's it. She comes back out of the secondary. She's a short tackler just like Perez. I love the way she plays football, Mitch.
And absolutely no urgency with the Vegas offense. As that clock continues to run, we are nearing the 1-minute mark. Cummings from the shotgun under heavy pressure again on the right side. Eluded the first tackler, but not the second one. That's Kim Perez.
Kim Perez having a great season. She got 5 tackles already, 4 assists. She's all over the field, and we mention every week one of the shortest tackles in the LFL. Bad play by Cummings right there. She should have dumped the ball off in the flat to Henderson. She kept it, and nothing happened.
And now a 4th and 5. Interesting call. As you could see, Coach Tui Soanoa saying do not rush, because if they don't convert, Chicago takes over. And that's Cummings on the left side, design sweep. And that should be enough for a Vegas first down, and it will stop the clock.
Cummings, we compare her a lot to Ashley Salerno. Watch this run. Just like Salerno, she breaks the pocket, breaks contain. Watch the crackback block right there to get the first down for Vegas. Great play by Cindy Cummings.
And not sure why Vegas would use a timeout. The clock did stop against the wall, perhaps just to discuss some strategy. Kind of a questionable timeout there if you've only got one remaining.
I'm not sure Tui knew the clock was stopped. I don't think he would have ever called a timeout. You're right, they might need it with 33 seconds left.
You've got a 1st and 10 now at about midfield. And Sydney Cummings showing that she can beat you with her arm or her legs. That's one of the things she talked about improving, is her physical condition to get into better cardiovascular shape to be able to run this offense effectively. Now again from the shotgun, over the middle, just overshoots Cynthia Schmidt. The lanky wide receiver, check that. That was intended to Ashley Brazil. Brazil, a free agent pickup from the Queensland Brigade of LFL Australia.
That should have been a touchdown for Las Vegas. She was open. Surprisingly, Cummings didn't get her the ball on a post pattern, wide open, as a matter of fact, overthrew, and that should have been 6 points for the Sin.
Now a 2nd and 10, a little under 30 seconds remaining. And the first half of this defensive battle. From the shotgun, Cummings under heavy pressure again, and not able to get away from Kim Perez. That is the 2nd sack of the half for Perez. And worse for Vegas, the clock continues to run.
They used their timeout. The rookie quarterback has to get rid of the ball to stop the clock. They know they're going to come with a lot of pressure. Now they're back on their own 15-yard line.
That'll set up a 3rd and 21. The clock will stop momentarily as they set the ball here.
They haven't really tried to throw the ball deep to the #1 receiver, Cynthia Smith. Now's a great time. She's got the arm to get it in the end zone. There's only 9 seconds left. Why not throw it in the end zone, Mitch?
Not understanding what's going on here because the clock stopped, enabling Vegas to actually huddle. And Vegas was obviously out of timeouts. This is a baffling situation here. Nonetheless, from the shotgun. To the right side, intended for Danica Brace, overshooting her. And guess what? Chicago takes over on downs.
Not sure about that call at all. You have the quarterback with one of the best guns in the LFL, and you throw it underneath and give Chicago now has a chance to score before halftime.
Heather Furr, a good look at her, and she knows exactly what they can do here. If they can extend this lead 21-6 over this young Vegas team, it'll all but kill their confidence.
Absolutely, Mitch. I don't understand the call by Coach Tui's staff right there. They have a shot to score points. Now with 5 seconds left, they give it back to the champs. Heather Furr right now would love nothing more than to steal a touchdown before halftime.
A 1st and 10, ball now at the 16-yard line. Not a lot of real estate in front of them. That's a reverse throw, Allie Alberts. And I'm not sure who that was intended for, perhaps Jess Price, but grossly underthrown.
She should have kept the ball. They tried to get a little bit too tricky on that one. It was the reverse they scored on earlier. She could have walked in the end zone.
And we are officially at halftime. Let's go down to the field.
Hey guys, I'm down here with quarterback Heather Furr. Heather, a lot of people doubting you and this team coming into tonight's game, but it looks as if you're returning to championship form going into the second half.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard. These games are full of momentum, and I threw another interception tonight, so unlike me, but we can only look to the second half, start this half 0-0, and just try and knock them into the ground. And like everybody says, put your foot on their throat and don't let up, but that's really what we got to do. We got to just come out in the second half and act like we are the championship team that we are.
Thank you, Heather. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Guys.
That will officially take us into halftime. Marky Henderson and the Vegas Sin will look to rebound. Back inside the Thomas and Mack Center here in Las Vegas for LFL football. Back for the second half kickoff inside the Thomas and Mack Center. An absolute packed house as the Vegas Sin trail this one 14-6. We go down to the field with Amanda Worley.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Sin head coach Tui Suwanoa. Coach, a lot of people didn't give you the benefit of the doubt coming into this game, but you're only down by 8 coming into the second half. What's your strategy?
Oh, we just thought we were going to just come down here and run the ball on them and test them out and see they were. They think they're the #1 team in the league. We're showing them that they're not, and that we are a viable team in this race for the Western Conference. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, just a little bit of mistakes here and there that we'll clean up on, and hopefully we'll score right here and tie this game up. We're going to just keep running it on them and see what they can do after that.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
You got it. Thank you.
Guys.
Coach Tui has his team ready to play tonight. They're only 1 score behind the defending LFL champs.
And it has been a physical game against the champs. We've got a few of the players mic'd up. Let's listen in.
Marky Henderson and Danica Brace are going head-to-head with the Chicago Blitz. They came ready to play. They're going toe-to-toe. This is going to be a fun second half.
And a deep kick by Jessica Price to the back of the end zone. Marky Henderson now trying to bring it out. Lucky for her, that'll simply be a touchback. Had she crossed the plane, that could have been a safety going backwards.
Great kickoff by Jessica Price, pinning Marky Henderson deep in the end zone. She had nowhere to go.
And now, before we get started, let's take a look at the two high-profile quarterbacks in their play.
The big difference in the first half was that costly interception by Heather First. Cindy Cummings, pretty solid first half, 3 out of 5, 1 touchdown, a 122 quarterback rating. Pretty good for a rookie quarterback.
The most important stat for number 7, having thrown 0 interceptions in 2014. Not a lot of quarterbacks around the league can say that, much less a rookie quarterback.
That's what keeps him in every ball game, not making the big turnover, and then she comes up with big touchdown passes.
Now a 1st and 10 from the Vegas 15-yard line. Cummings under center. That's going to be a handoff. Not sure what happened there. I don't think they got the play off.
Looked like they moved a little bit. Not a good start for Las Vegas. They come out only 1 score down. Looks like they moved.
Prior to snap, false start. Number 18, Las Vegas Sin, 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
That penalty on number 18, Cynthia Schmidt. And this is exactly what you cannot have. Very much so still in the ball game. Only down 8 points, the defending champions.
Right now, let's see how this rookie quarterback responds. She threw the ball great in the first half. She needs to go right now.
Now a 1st and 15. That's a handoff to Marky Henderson. And Henderson picks up an impressive 6 yards on the carry.
Solid run by Marky Henderson. She had a great first half, especially that touchdown she had. But that puts them back in 2nd and 9, where they can either run or put the ball in the arm of Cindy Cummings.
And now a 2nd and 9 from the 16. This offense looking for a more balanced attack. And you've got to be impressed with that. They're able to run it with Marky Henderson, and have definitely proven that Sydney Cummings has the gun. There's a fake inside handoff, right side. That is Kia Ramos, and still on her feet against the wall. Not sure if she went out of bounds, but what a play by Ramos.
Ramos and Cindy Cummings, she can beat you from the pocket. Great play selection, fake the handoff, brings the corner up. Kia Ramos breaks behind the cornerback. Great throw by Cummings. Here we go, Las Vegas.
And it looks to be that she'd gone out of bounds at just about the 6-yard line. It looked like she may have been touched by a Chicago defender. Nonetheless, that is 1st and goal for Las Vegas. Ball at about the 6-yard line.
Great way for Vegas to come out in the second half, just like they did in the first half.
That's a botched snap, and Sydney Cummings will lose 2 yards. Yashi Rice exploding off the edge. And you've got to be careful, as you said earlier in the game, Bobby, those 2 bookends are quick to the ball.
That is the 2nd botched snap by Elise Barkman. That's costly right there. It looked like they had receivers open in the end zone, but Cummings never got the ball, Mitch. 2 times, very costly. Barkman not playing great tonight.
She is the stand-in center and struggling early in this game. Now a 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. And again, not able to get the play off. That'll be a delay of game on Las Vegas.
False start, snap infraction, number 15, 5-yard penalty, replay, 2nd down.
Again, Barkman, another mistake. She lifted her butt up in the air, which caused the referee to call illegal procedure. Coach Tui not happy at all at his center right now.
The ball back all the way to the 13-yard line. And as a Chicago Cub fan, when I hear the word Barkman, it's not Bartman.
You had to go there. You had to go there.
Our Chicago viewers fully understanding that reference. Everybody else completely lost. That's Marky Henderson, 5-yard rush. Yashi Rice on the stop.
2 big, costly mistakes by the center. Vegas had it going. They had it 1st and goal. They had the momentum, and now Chicago kind of got it back. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Tui and Cindy Cummings comes up with.
They will need some points here. Sydney Cummings 3rd and goal now from the shotgun left side. Just short hopped that to Cynthia Schmidt. Schmidt, a lanky receiver known for going over the top. More of a Calvin Johnson Megatron type, not one of those that you want to use in the slot.
That was the worst pass of the night by Cindy Cummings. She had Schmidt on a post pattern in the end zone. with her size, you got to put the ball up in the air. She short-armed it, which caused the ball to short hop, way underthrown. She had a chance. You got to throw it high to that big receiver.
Now a 4th and goal. And you got to factor, I know we have a lot of time remaining still, a little over 12 minutes. But this is a key possession that has been very tough for Vegas to get it down at this end of the field. Now ball at about the Chicago 8-yard line. Cummings from the shotgun. Kia Ramos in the flat. And Ramos scoring. That will bring Vegas to within 2 points of this one.
Super sight adjustment by quarterback Cindy Cummings. She saw a trip set to the left, which they set up, went man to coverage, leaving Kia Ramos wide open one-on-one in the end zone, threw a strike. Great play selection. Vegas is back in this ball game.
And now just a simple 2-point conversion away from tying the game, and you can see the amount of confidence that's in that huddle as Danica Brace, the veteran, trying to egg on her team. And now the 2-point conversion from the 3. Cummings trying to take off with it, and that hole sealed up quickly with Yashi Rice, Dominique Collins, and Kim Perez.
The rookie might have tucked the ball too early. She had receivers open in both sides of the end zone. She tucked it up, thought she saw a hole, but they closed that hole quickly.
And Coach Keith Hack not happy at all, as Kia Ramos made 2, not 1, but 2 plays on that drive. And Dominique Collins hearing it from Coach Hack.
Coach Tui has Las Vegas right where he wants them. He mentioned at that interview after halftime that they thought they had a chance to beat the champs, and right now they have them.
Now a 1st and 10 play for Chicago, faking the option, finding Allie Alberts, and the 2nd-year wide receiver starting to make her impact here in the season.
The rookie of the year, Allie Alberts, always comes up with big plays. Heatherford fakes the option down the line. Brace comes up. Schmidt can't get over. Heatherford throws a strike. Chicago back in business, Mitch.
What about all the people that said Heather Furr cannot throw the ball down the field? They're proving that when her back's against the wall, she can throw it with anybody.
She is a great game manager. Somehow she always comes up with big plays. In the pocket, she's a little rusty, but when she does play action or fake option passes like that, she's great.
One of the best playmakers in our game. Now a handoff to Christelle Harris. And Harris carries for 4 yards.
Inside the 10-yard line, I would give it to the Ferrari all the time. Solid 4 yards. You can't stop her. You can try to contain her. Brace is doing a good job tonight, but 4 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards, I give it to her every time, Mitch.
That is the one great thing that this Vegas defense has done. Kept Christelle Ferrari Harris from breaking off that big run that she's known for. She's had to earn every yard tonight.
Danica Brace, she came in, focus on the Ferrari. She's done a solid job.
2nd and goal now from the 3. Left side pitch to Christelle Harris, and Harris is in for the score.
They brought in their heavy personnel. You got to hand it to Heather Furr. We talked about in the first half, she didn't get a hat on Brace. Watch this. She pitches the ball to Ferrari. She comes out, not much, but she got in the way of Danica Brace, which allowed the Ferrari to get in the end zone.
And a big score after Vegas answered and pulled within 2. Chicago once again up 8 points. And with this extra point attempt can extend this to a 2-possession game. So a key conversion here coming up for Chicago and defensively for Vegas.
You have to clog up the middle. Heather Furr, every time, every game does a quarterback sneak. This is a big point right here.
And Furr under center, you called it, Bobby, right up the middle. That was like a hot knife going through butter. There was absolutely no defense on the interior.
We talk about every game how the extra point is so crucial. Chicago seems to get them every time. The other teams don't. At the end of the game, it all adds up.
And it appears we've got an injury down on the field. We'll get our Amanda Worley on that pretty soon. But yeah, this is a 2-possession game now. Chicago up 9 points. And you got to figure.
Oh, that's not good. That's Danica Brace, Mitch.
That is number 8, the heart and soul of this franchise. And they could ill afford to lose her.
We mentioned she's had 3 knee operations. This is not good. She's walking, but not walking good right now.
Nonetheless, Vegas will take over. They'll have the ball at about the 15-yard line, and looks like Brace is right back in this ball game. You can see her on the left side of your screen. And they're going to try to give it a go. A knee that has been banged up, as you mentioned, over the last 3 seasons. And now Cummings from the shotgun, right side to Cynthia Schmidt, and just cannot connect with their number 1 receiver.
We talk about Heather Furr all the time, how she's a great quarterback. We forget she was an all-fantasy safety. Schmidt was open. Cummings got the ball to her in the hole, but Furr closed on it and broke it up. Great play by Heather Furr.
Alberts there as well on the support. Allie Alberts, easily the best safety tandem in the league is Heather Furr and Allie Alberts. Now a 2nd and 10. And Schmidt has got to factor into this offense somehow as we wind down 3 quarters of play. There's another fake handoff from the shotgun. Dump off to Henderson. And Henderson showing some shifty moves almost to midfield.
They brought Henderson in motion, got her the ball in the flat because of that outstanding rush by Yashi Rice and Chantel Taylor. Get a ball in the flat, she can score from anywhere.
And that'll officially bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter in a 9-point game, but Vegas is still alive. Back to the final 8 minutes of football on the Vegas Strip in a packed Thomas and Mack Center as the hometown Vegas Sin trail by 9.
This crowd is fired up. They can smell an upset if somehow Cindy Cummings can come through on this drive.
And there's another handoff to Kia Ramos. Ramos will get 5 yards, and she has been the unsung hero of this team.
Absolutely. Another spiffy run by Kia Ramos. She's opened up a lot of people's eyes tonight. Nobody was talking about her coming into the game all night long. She's making big plays.
And that Ramos run was enough for a 1st down. And Vegas staying alive, exactly what you said earlier, Bobby. Their goal coming into this game was to be competitive in the 4th quarter and try to win it. And another handoff, this time to Markey Henderson. And Henderson exploding off the left side for 10 yards.
They ran it away from the trips formation, a counter to Markey Henderson. She certainly brought her A game tonight, turns the edge, another big run of 10 yards. Sin has it rolling right now, Mitch.
Ball down to the 11-yard line now. And plenty of time remaining in this one, just over 6 minutes. And a score here for Vegas puts them right back into this ball game.
She's playing like a veteran. Look, she's taking over the field, looking at the defense, looking sharp right now, Mitch.
Now a 1st and 10 play. We've got another flag.
False start, number 4, 5-yard penalty, replay, 1st down.
And that flag is on Kia Ramos. A false start that will back him up about 5 yards back to the 16.
Mitch, penalties like that will absolutely kill drives. You can't have false starts in the 4th quarter when you're going against the best team in the league. You have to be mentally tough.
Now a 1st and 15 for Sydney Cummings. From the shotgun, fakes the handoff, left side throw, and just short-armed that one to Danica Brace.
The same play they throw on the opposite side to Kia Ramos. For big plays twice, they try at the opposite side. Danica Brace wide open in the end zone. Sydney Cummings again was short-armed and didn't get the ball up in the air. Should have been 6 points for Las Vegas.
Those are the moments you wonder if being a rookie has set in or if she just misjudged that, but that was grossly underthrown by Cummings.
She had all kinds of time in the pocket. Brace was wide open. She could have lobbed it out there, lollipopped it out there for 6 points.
2nd and 15, a lot of motion. That was a double reverse back to Cummings, looking in the back of the end zone. Nobody there, and just throws it away.
Smart play by Cindy Cummings. That was a veteran move right there. I don't know if they needed the double reverse pass right there. They were moving with a regular offense. Cummings had nobody open, threw it away, tee it up again. Good play by the rookie.
The back referee calling that a touchdown. Obviously, he missed the memo to pick up his rule book. That is an incomplete pass, and it'll set up a 3rd and 15. Ball still at the 16-yard line for Vegas.
Keith Hack, this is where he loves defensive schemes to confuse rookie quarterbacks. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought the house on Cummings right now.
And the tension starting to build inside the Thomas and Mack as Vegas faces a 3rd and 15 now. Cummings back to pass, rolling left, throwing right across her body, and Marky Henderson dropping a sure touchdown.
Cindy Cummings creating time in the backfield. She finds Henderson. Henderson actually did a great job of creating space off the defensive back. Watch this. She's covered. She actually pushes off a little bit, creates space. Good throw by Cummings. Should have been 6 points for Vegas. A huge drop right there by Marky Henderson.
And again, great rush. That time by Yashi Rice. A 4th and 15 now. Realizing there's a little over 4 minutes remaining, this has got to result in points. Cummings from the shotgun, gonna dump it off to the center, Barkman, and that's not gonna get it done as Vegas turns the ball over on downs.
Outstanding rush by 2 of the best in the league, Yashi Rice and Chantel Taylor. They came right at the quarterback, the rookie. She dumped it off to the center of all people. Didn't expect much from the center to score, but now Chicago has a chance to seal this game, Mitch.
Was that a give-up play? I'm not sure what that was.
She had a heavy pass rush. Taylor and Yashi Rice were all over. Nobody was open in the end zone, but with the tall receiver she had, she probably should have thrown it up, Mitch.
And now Chicago taking over from the 12-yard line. This offense ready to go to work on the game clock. They're going to fake the handoff now. Heather Furr in the pocket, taking off on the right side, running straight up. And Danica Brace meeting her about midfield, but not before Heather Furr picks up a 1st down.
Holding on the offense, number 2, 10-yard penalty, replay, 1st down.
A big penalty on Jessica Price. Let's listen in to Danica Brace limping.
Hey, I have no stability. I can't right now. I have no lateral movement.
We talked about it earlier, Mitch. She had 3 ACL operations, and it was her knee injury early in the game. She has no lateral movement. She's going to be going straight ahead. Right now, Keith Hack probably noticed that and might be going straight at her because she cannot move.
Danica Brace playing through pain, much like we saw Erica Hoffman of the Toledo Crush, just an absolute warrior. And now a reverse. Chicago getting fancy on the right side. That's Allie Alberts. And that left side corner, Kelly Campbell leaving her post.
Chicago taking advantage of Danica Brace not being able to go lateral. The reverse, she can't counter. Watch Brace. Usually she would get there. Here's the reverse. Brace will usually come back. She can't move. That's Brace right there. She cannot get Alberts. Allie Alberts with another huge play for the Bliss.
And that 33-yard reverse by Allie Alberts will set up a 1st and 10 for Chicago at the 14-yard line.
Touchdown here for the Bliss could seal it, Mitch. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Ferrari every play again.
A 9-point game with Chicago in the driver's seat. And speaking of the driver's seat, there is your Ferrari, getting it down all the way to the 4-yard line.
Just like all backs, you give her the ball in the 4th quarter. She seems to get stronger as the game goes on. A big gain right there. I would give it right back to her. She's almost guaranteed points this time in the game.
And now a 1st and goal for Chicago as we approach the 2-minute warning, and this is the final nail in the coffin. You can see the frustration on Cynthia Schmidt's face. Vegas was competitive in this one, but now losing sight as Chicago's starting to take over. Back for the final 2 minutes of football here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. And next week, do we have another great matchup? It's the undefeated Atlanta Steam traveling to take on the Toledo Crush here on LFL Football Night. A great matchup, and tonight we had another matchup. Christelle Harris versus Danica Brace. They were both wired up.
Ferrari my ass! You better get out of first gear, bitch! You got throwing punches? You ain't no fucking Ferrari! You goddamn Honda Acura!
That is a nice car. Not sure why Danica Brace is coming down on Hondas and Acuras. They're not Ferraris, they're nice cars.
They're okay, but nothing is better than Christelle Ferrari Harris in the backfield.
And that's Dina Fagiano again on that inside handoff. Nothing doing. That's Danica Brace coming up from the middle linebacker position.
They tried that earlier in the game with a lot of success, getting a touchdown for Dina Fagiano. Las Vegas was ready for that time, Mitch. I don't know why they don't give it to the Ferrari inside the 5. You cannot stop her.
Absolutely. You are up 9 points. Why even risk it with anyone other than your ace back, that being Christelle Harris? And it looks like Vegas still holding on to that one timeout. Now a 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line. And we've got a penalty.
Snap infraction on the offense. Number 18, 5-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
Unbelievable. It would not be a Chicago game without unforced errors. Taking it in for the touchdown to seal the game, they have another false start.
And again, Hallie Jiskra, the free agent center from Green Bay, a highly touted all-fantasy center, having difficulties this season.
Somehow, Las Vegas has to get a turnover right now.
Now a 3rd and goal. Again, the reverse with Allie Alberts. Nobody in front of her. And Alberts just walking into the end zone.
Coach Hack knows Danica Brace cannot move laterally. There's a reverse. Danica Brace cannot recover from that. And with the speed of Allie Alberts, she walks into the end zone. Brace is nowhere to be found. Watch the block right. What is Kelly Campbell doing? She looks lost. It's coming right at her.
That is the left side veteran free agent, Kelly Campbell from the Baltimore Charm. Looked like she was a bit lost on that play.
She lost where the ball was. Obviously, 2 times she went back and forth, and the ball was coming right at her.
Now the extra point attempt, and it's not a rush up the middle, and they could not complete it. Burr was looking for Allie Alberts in the flat.
I'm not sure why they don't use the quarterback sneak like they do every time, Mitch.
And now before the Vegas Sin offense takes the field, we're going to go inside huddles for both Chicago and Vegas.
Listen, we got 1 minute and 11 seconds, okay? We're gonna run trips, right routes, and then 2 flies bubble. After that, we'll see where the clock is at, okay? And then if it's still running, spikes.
Throw it a lot because that stops the clock, okay? So be aware. Be calm, be aware. Okay, here we go, let's go.
You gotta love the leadership on both sides of the ball. The rookie, Sydney Cummings, and the veteran, the MVP, Heather Furr.
Now a 1st and 10 play, ball at the 15, and we've got a flag. It looks like it might be a free play for Vegas. Deep pass on the right side. Allie Alberts would have picked up that interception, but as I said, that might be a free play.
Line up in the neutral zone, number 18 on the defense, 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
Indeed, that was a free play for Las Vegas, so they will maintain possession. And that'll move the ball up to about the 20-yard line.
Smart play by the rookie quarterback. She got the free play. She tried to throw it to the LFL's #1 receiver, Cynthia Schmidt, get it up high, but Allie Alberts was there.
Ball at the 20 from the shotgun. Sydney Cummings under heavy pressure, dumps it off again to Markey Henderson. A great move to the outside. Back to the inside, and she scores. What a run by the 1st-year running back.
Markey Henderson is simply bad to the bone, doing the twerk right there, getting this crowd excited, simply unstoppable. Great play by Cummings, getting serious pressure, dumps it in the flat, breaks the ankles right there of the defender, takes it into the end zone. This game isn't over, Mitch.
What a quick answer by Vegas, and that was Heather Furr, who absolutely broke her ankles in the flat. And guess what? We've still got a ball game.
50 seconds left. If they score here, got the onside kick. Keith Hack knows this game isn't over. Heather Furr, she's still looking for Markey Henderson.
And now the extra point attempt. This will be a 2-point conversion from the 3. That's a draw play. Direct snap to Sydney Cummings, not going to work. That is a huge stop because now we still have a 9-point game, basically a 2-possession game.
Again, a bad snap by Elise Barkman. She didn't get the ball up enough. Sydney Cummings had to look down, lost control of the play, and could not get in for the crucial extra point.
And that makes it a 2-possession game still, with an onside kick coming up here. Coach Tui Soanoa done a great job with this franchise in the offseason. Despite the losses, they've been competitive in every game outside of that Los Angeles season opener.
There's still a chance here if somehow Vegas can recover this onside kick. With the arm of Cindy Cummings, she has 2 of the top receivers in the LFL with Henderson and Cynthia Schmidt. Who knows, Mitch? They got a chance.
Definitely a very explosive offense here in Las Vegas. They have proven that tonight with Marquis Henderson, Cynthia Schmidt, even Kia Ramos. And now we are set up for the onside kick. Marquis Henderson, the hero of the night, going to try to keep Vegas Sin alive here.
Chicago has their hands team in.
And there's the squib kick, a little too hard. And that'll go out of bounds, and Chicago takes over.
That might be it, Mitch. You want to have 2 quick hops, then the big hop on the 3rd hop for the onside kick. Like you said, a little bit too hard. They didn't even have a chance to get the ball.
And now all Chicago has to do is run out this clock. However, in a second, we will show you the Western Conference standings. And one of the key tiebreakers is net points. So don't be surprised if Chicago tries to get some points on the board here.
I don't think there's any question they're going to try to score. With a big lead like they have and point differential playing a factor if there's a tie, they're absolutely going to try to score.
A 1st and 10 now at the 20. Handoff to Christelle Harris. And that will be enough for a 1st down. And Harris's numbers on the night, not what we're used to, but still a decent night for Harris.
Solid night, not a superstar type night, but she was 5.7 yards per carry, right up the middle. This puts them in scoring position. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised they give the Ferrer or do one of their trick plays or let Ferrer just throw the ball down the field.
And we've got another timeout here on the field. While we're in timeout, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. And as you can see now, Chicago in firm possession of 1st place at 2-0-1, while Vegas drops to 1-2-0. This really turns into a 3-horse race in the West with Los Angeles, Seattle, and Chicago.
Don't be surprised if Los Angeles comes out on top. I got a feeling they're going to play like the old Temptation that we all know and love.
And now Danica Brace in Vegas just holding on for the final 40 seconds of play. They're going to fake the handoff. Now Burr in the pocket trying to find an opening on the left side, has a gap, getting to the outside and finally pushed out of bounds.
Great run by Heather Ferrer, heads up play.
Holding offense, number 3, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 1st down.
And that call goes against Naneka Nawani. Have not heard much from her tonight, and that's Kia Ramos down for Vegas. That'll be a big loss to that front line.
Play action pass by Ferrer, nothing there. She comes out. She's a much better runner than passer. She makes something out of nothing. Turn this a big play for Chicago. They're going to bring it back on that hold, though. Kia Ramos had a huge night tonight, Mitch. Big plays all night long. I hope that's not a serious knee injury.
That is the type of size you need in the front line. And she's shown she's vertical and can get down the field.
They have 3 great receivers. She's walking okay. That's a great sign that the trainers aren't even looking at her.
The big injuries tonight, obviously Danica Brace went down earlier. And then we just saw Kia Ramos. Yes, Vegas is playing the spoiler realm, but you'd like to see them finish their season against Seattle here in a couple weeks.
You mentioned Danica Brace. You hate to see that. She's had 3 previous knee operations, and again, she has no lateral movement right now. A lot of players wouldn't even be in the game, but she stuck it out the entire game.
Now a 1st and 20 from the 21. Pitch out to Harris. This is going to be a reverse. Alberts looking to throw down the field and just overshoots her target. Jess Price got behind the defense, and Allie Alberts just a bit off the mark.
Allie Alberts has a great arm, just missed Jessica Price in the end zone.
And that's a sight you don't see often. Coach Hack smiling as we listen in to Heather Furr.
Hey guys, we're gonna do the right thing and win the game now, okay? I'm gonna take a knee, so just snap me the ball. We're good. I'm one-on-one. I love you to pieces. I know I argue with the coach a lot. I love you. Okay, we're gonna win the game.
That is the mark of a competitor. Everybody in that huddle wanting to score, and she apologizing for having to take a knee.
That is classic. That's going to go viral. I love that by Heather Furr. I love the way she plays and controls that huddle.
And that'll bring it to an end. It is official. The Chicago Bliss remain undefeated, and the Vegas Sin dropped to 1-2. The Western Conference race now coming down to Los Angeles, Seattle, and of course Chicago at the top. Bobby, been a fun game.
Mitch, got to hand it to Las Vegas. They almost pulled off a huge upset tonight.
And let's go down to the field with Amanda Worley.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Chicago wide receiver Allie Alberts. Allie, huge game for you tonight. A little criticism coming into tonight's game, but you guys bounced back in the second half and returned to championship form. How do you feel you returned to this form so quickly?
Honestly, I think we could have done way better. I know I'm not happy with my performance. I know our team isn't happy with our performance. We wanted a shutout. That's not what we got. We're going to work harder in the next game and through the through the postseason to do that. So, I'm glad it's a W in the book, but we're much better than that, honestly.
Thank you, Allie. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys.
Chicago once again has reasserted themselves as the team to beat in the West, Mitch.
Absolutely a defining game here in Las Vegas in front of a packed house. Vegas came out strong with Marquis Henderson, but Chicago proving